Okay, so picture this. You're in an interview, maybe a new class, or even a meeting. Everything's going pretty well. And then someone looks right at you and says those 5 little words.
And boom, just like that, your heart starts doing that pounding thing, right? Your palms get all sweaty, and it feels like your breath just catches in your throat. And your mind just goes completely blank. I mean, poof, gone. You suddenly can't think of a single interesting thing you've ever done. Look, if that sounds familiar, you're not alone, I promise. We have all been there. It's a totally universal feeling.
But what if that moment isn't a test you have to pass? What if it's actually your biggest opportunity to impress, a chance to really connect, an opportunity to show not just what you've done, but who you are? So let's try to reframe this whole thing. It's not a test. It's a chance to genuinely connect.
Okay, so first things first, we've got to understand why our instincts kind of lead us down the wrong path here. See, there's this one common mistake, and almost everyone makes it when they start to panic.
You know what happens? Our brain just goes into overdrive, and we start listing things. Just facts. It's a total data dump. I used to do it all the time. Hi, my name is, I went to this school, I got these marks, and you could literally see people's eyes just glaze over. They weren't interested at all. And this, right here, is the absolute core of it. Listen, they don't want your full resume. They're looking for a connection. They're just trying to figure out, is this someone I want to work with or learn from or just get to know? So the key isn't to dump your entire life story on them. It's to show them why you matter, right here, right now. So that's the big mental shift we need to make. We've got to stop introducing ourselves with just facts, like we're ticking off a checklist. Instead, we need to introduce ourselves with purpose. We're not just listing what we've done, we're showing who we are and where we're headed. So how do we actually make that shift? How do we craft an introduction that's, both natural and memorable? Well, the good news is there's a really simple 3-part framework that literally anyone can use. Okay, these are our 3 building blocks. Super simple. Step 1, start strong. Step 2, add personality. And step 3, show direction. You put these 3 together and you get an introduction that's clear, engaging, and, well, authentic. Let's break each one down. All right, step 1, start simple but strong. Please avoid awkward phrasing like myself, Rahul. It just sounds so unnatural. All you need is a simple, hi, I'm Rahul. That's it. It's perfect. Say it like you mean it. And then just pause. For 1 second, let it land. You see, that little pause right after your name, it projects so much confidence, and you haven't even said an extra word. It's all in the delivery, your tone, your pacing. That's where the real confidence comes from. Okay, next up, let's build on that strong start by adding a bit of personality. Don't just give them a label, right? Like, I am a student. That tells them basically nothing about you. So instead, add a little flavor. Saying something like, I'm studying agriculture, and I'm really interested in learning new skills. See? That tells me you're curious, you're driven. It actually makes you interesting. And finally, step 3, show some direction. And look, you do not need a perfect 5-year plan here. You don't need your whole life mapped out. Just showing that you have a direction, any goal you're moving toward, that's incredibly powerful. It shows you have ambition, it shows you have purpose. And you have to remember this, okay? This is not a performance. You don't need big, fancy words. You don't need perfect English. You just need to be real. Authenticity is so much more powerful than perfection. Your goal is to connect, so just speak like you're talking to a person, not like you're taking an exam. Okay, so now you have the framework. Let's talk about the final piece, the delivery. Here's your final toolkit, just a few powerful tips to take you from just thinking about this to actually doing it with confidence. First, speak a little slower than you normally would. When we get nervous, we all talk way too fast. Slowing down makes you sound more thoughtful, more in control. Next, maintain eye contact. It's a simple thing, but it builds trust. And try to express, not to impress. Shift your goal from trying to wow them to just sharing who you are. And this is the big one, practice. In real life, not just in your head.
Because that leads us to maybe the most important takeaway of all. Confidence doesn't come from thinking about it. It comes from doing it. You can read about this stuff all day, but true confidence is built through action. So every time you introduce yourself, you're not being tested, you're just practicing. It's an opportunity to get a little better, a little more comfortable in your own skin.
So the next time someone looks at you and says, tell me about yourself, you'll be ready. You'll be ready because you won't be scrambling for the perfect answer. You'll just have a simple, authentic, and powerful story to tell. Your own. You'll be ready.